Clogging up the Airwaves starts now.
All right, now I'm going to bring on Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships Matchmaker. If you guys heard about the bare knuckle, you better look it up because it's the fastest growing sport in the country right now. These guys are just basically duking it out, bare knuckles only. It's you can wrap your hands up so you don't break any bones, keep your bones in place. But it's let's get Nate on here. He can tell a little bit better than I can. What's up, Nate? How you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for having me.
Now, hold on, man. You look like you're outside enjoying some good weather.
Oh, bro, you have no idea.
Get out of town. Now, he's in Arizona. Is that right? You're in Arizona? Oh, he's got a pool, man. This guy, man.
Arizona, it's beautiful out here. It's 90 degrees.
Oh, boy.
I love it. I'm outside working on the computer.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So, man, hey, thanks for coming on the show, dude. We're happy to have you here, man. I'm excited to hear about bare knuckle because it's something I've been wanting to try. So tell us a little bit about bare knuckle. To the audience, let's pretend like nobody knows anything and just describe it from scratch.
So, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is bare knuckle fighting. It's different than bare knuckle boxing or other combat sports. Company president David Feldman designed the sport, and which only allows boxing-style strikes with the bare fist, but it also allows types of clinching and punching in the clinch. It's 5 rounds. Each round is 2 minutes long, regardless if it's a regular fight or a title fight. We have our weight classes are on the 5s every 10 pounds. So for males, our typical weight class starts at 135, and it goes up to 205. Then we have heavyweight. And for females right now, we're focusing on 115 and 125 as the 2 main weight classes. But it's exciting. It's with rounds only being 2 minutes and fighting in the clinch and all stand-up.
Yeah.
We have some warriors, male and female, that step inside the squared circle and now fighting toe the line as well in a boxing ring, and that go in there, and it's the most exciting sport in the world, and it's the fastest growing sport in the world right now.
It is exciting, man. It is there's no lag time. It's just right from the minute the bell rings, man. The dudes are throwing down, man. I mean, that's like, it's my style all the way. I really like watching it. Yeah, and it's not that brutal. It's not that brutal. If people think it is, it's not. It's just an old, in my opinion, an old fashioned pugilist match. A couple of guys just throwing down. Like, it takes away the aspect of the kicking and takedowns. So there's, it's still developing. Guys are coming out with new ways and styles to do well at this, and this is every day because it's such a young sport.
Absolutely. Look, when mixed martial arts started becoming popular, people liked it because of the brutality of it.
Right.
But let's face it.
Let's face it.
Yeah, in bare knuckle fighting,
chaotic violence.
you can only punch with a bare fist. So, as a fighter, would you rather get punched in the face with a bare fist, or would you rather have someone grab the back of your head and smash their knee into your nose? I mean, it's.
You're going to take more repetitive blows too. There's the factor there too, where you're the more and I'm an MMA guy, but I'm just a fighter. I'm a fighter. I boxed. I've MMA. I've done it all except for bare knuckle. I'm waiting for the call on that one from Nate here. But the thing is, like, I think that, like, you get in boxing is you get repeated blows to the head. Goddamn, you get knocked down. A lot of times, like, I've been in that situation where, goddamn, your legs are working, but your brain ain't. You've been hit. You're drunk, punch drunk, and your legs are still working. You're looking down at it, dude, it's time to go down. Like, fall. Old Richard Pryor, he said, he's. You ever watch Richard Pryor? I know I'm old, but Richard Pryor did a stand-up where he decided he was going to box his dad, and he went. His dad hit him or something like that, and he was like, his legs wouldn't fall. And anyway, I've been there. Like, it's funny because it's Richard Pryor, but then on top of that, there's some truth to it too. So, you stay up there, you keep getting blows to the head, and the repeated blows to the head is what really causes the serious damage. You get an initial, just a flurry of punches, and this happens in MMA, and a guy gets knocked retarded, they stop the fight. This is the same deal for bare knuckle, right?
Yeah, so what we find is that we have less injuries per 100 fighters than other combat sports. Now, we have more cuts. I mean, that's a fact.
Yeah, you're hitting with sharp objects.
You're catching knuckles on the face. So the fighters are prone to get cut a little bit more. But would you rather have brain damage?
I'll take the cut.
Or a facial laceration?
I'll take the cut. The chicks dig scars for one. Sorry to interrupt you. But chicks dig scars for one. For two, my brain is more important than my pretty looks. So.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I mean, Dave's done a great job creating a sport that we won't even say it's safer. Let's just say it's no more dangerous than mixed martial arts.
Absolutely.
And at the end of the day, every fighter I talk to, I'm saying, hey, would you rather get kicked upside the head, elbowed, knee, or punched? They're like, oh, punch me all day.
Yeah.
So fighters seem to agree with the physicians now because we have a ton of data, and it's more exciting.
It is.
Mixed martial arts, and I'm not talking about every fighter, obviously, but as a sport, in my opinion, has grown a little boring because fighters a lot of times now fight to play it safe and win.
Agreed.
Instead of going out there and trying to go for the finish.
Yep.
We don't have that in bare knuckle fighting. Watch BKFC up until November 3rd.
Bro, it looks like just some bikers getting in the middle of a ring and throwing down, man.
It's two well-trained warriors getting in there and exchanging punches. And sometimes it goes a distance, and a lot of times it gets stopped either by knockout, TKO, or via cut.
Right.
So we have a great sport. We have amazing athletes that always go in there and perform. And
more than willing. Like, you hear me.
Yeah.
I'm ready to sign up. Like, I'm just waiting for the call from Nate. And, and me and Zach are ready. So.
Yeah, and like I said, and right now in an era where a lot of promotions aren't even doing shows, and some
you guys are braving the storm.
We're doing 2 a month. On average, we did Toe the Line 1, we did BKFC on 9/11 for the tribute. Then we did on September 26th, 2 weeks later, we did Toe the Line 1. October 10th, we did BKFC Salina. October 16th, we had Toe the Line 2 with Nelson Promotions. So in a matter of, a month and a couple days, we did 4 events. I mean,
right.
That's a lot. And then, we turn around November 13th, we have BKFC 14. And
that's in Wichita?
November 13th is in Miami.
Okay.
We only have like 6 tables left. And that wasn't, those were expensive. Those were $100 to $300 a seat. And we have like 6 tables left, maybe less. So we have
right on
tickets. And then December 4th, we're in Wichita for BKFC 15. And December 11th, we're teaming up with the Empire down in Biloxi for Toe the Line 3. And then we'll see what January has to hold. We were hoping to go to Key West in January, but it looks like Key West.
Oh, I want to fight on that show.
Yeah, it looks like they might have some restrictions. But we got a lot of big stuff coming up. BKFC and Toe the Line.
Yeah, that's awesome, and it is something to it's something to say, like, give these guys props. Give these guys props. They are braving the storm. Okay, like, and that's the same thing I say about FAC here in Kansas City. Like, these guys are putting on shows, even though there's this huge fear that is just being like the fear everybody has, and then the other half of people that don't fear it and that think that the ones that fear it are assholes. Like, you got this divide, and it's like the people that don't fear it are still afraid to do anything because or what are they going to, what kind of backlash are you going to get from the people that fear it? So you get this kind of back and forth thing, and it's just like with the gyms that opened, and still. There's a lot of factors involved here. This is something that the world has never seen before. So, like, to have businesses and promotions that are willing to go out and give this shit a shot, even though there's all these restrictions on there, and it's hard to make money at it when you have restrictions. It's hard enough to make money on this stuff I used to promote, so I understand it's hard enough to make money off of these shows, period. But then to do it when there's restrictions on too, like it's a scary, weird time, man. And for these guys to be doing this is commendable for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you go through the library and you watch all the BKFC events, look at the crowds from BKFC 1 up until 12. I mean, our smallest event was a sold-out crowd. I think it was 2,831 people.
That's awesome, man.
In Wyoming. And BKFC 1 was trending number 1 in the world on Twitter. So, I mean, people have an interest for this.
Yeah, no, it's big.
Our restricted crowd isn't because people aren't interested in the product. It's, we're going to arenas now that hold 8,000-10,000 people. You
can only sell so many tickets, right?
Yeah, in order to get 1,400 or 1,800 people in them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
well, and it hurts the venues too. The people that own these buildings, the businesses that are running these venues, it hurts them too. I mean, it's this whole thing sucks, man, to say the least.
As far as the venues, it does hurt them because a lot of the venues I'm talking to, they don't have a full staff. So when we were in Tunica for Toe the Line 1, I think he said he typically has like 31 or 39 people on staff. And it was, when we came there, it was him and I believe one other person. I mean,
holy shit.
They brought in other county workers and other personnel to staff the event tonight for concessions.
Wow. I mean, yeah, it's, people are doing what they got to do. It's, it's unfortunate. It's, yeah.
With the crowd restrictions, I mean, we had several events now, and we had a show where you look at it and you're like, this place isn't sold out, but they're telling us it's sold out because it's in 4 seats. And if you and I
every 4 seats, right?
Yeah. So if you and I go to the show, they can't sit other people next to us.
Right.
So that automatically halves that seats. So if we were set up, let's just say we were set for 1,000 and everyone came in pairs, 500 is considered a sold out show then.
Yeah.
Just for easy math for people.
Right.
Look, I mean, David has a phenomenal team. You've met a lot of the BKFC staff.
Yep, good dudes.
We have great leadership, and we're working hard to find the best venues to allow fighters to perform in front of the largest crowds possible, and while still putting on the best fights. And for people that don't out there, you there? Did I lose you?
All right, we're back. Some technical difficulties there.
No problem.
Sorry. Go ahead.
For the people that don't want to come out to the events, but they still want to watch it, they can purchase the app, which is only $3.99 a month, and they can watch the live events for BKFC, for Toe the Line, for some other promotions that we're going to be signing here in the near future, plus all the shoulder content and all the past events. So there's a plethora of stuff for them to watch for the cheesy saying of less than a cup of coffee, at a fancy place a month.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great.
Yeah. So that's so you guys have been coming to Kansas a lot. Is that because their restrictions are not quite as like strenuous as some of the other states?
No, it's one. You have a phenomenal commission out there, and
Yes,
don't
yes.
tell them I say that.
I don't tell him I agreed. Don't tell him I
Yeah,
agreed.
yeah. So you have
Yeah,
a
the Adam
phenomenal,
Rohrbach, man, he's something else.
absolutely. And I'm not taking anything away from the other ones because every state we're legalized in so far has had amazing athletic commissions to deal with. John Lewis down there in Mississippi, Patrick down in Florida. I mean, yeah, it's just two of them outside of Kansas, but Kansas has a phenomenal commission, and the location of it, there's just a ton of fighters that are willing to drive into Kansas to compete. So logistically, it just makes it easier.
It's a
Um,
middle state there,
yeah,
right in the middle.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you have fighters that are willing to come in from Iowa and everywhere else,
Oh,
Missouri.
well, I went to your tryouts the other day, a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
You had the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship tryouts in here in Kansas City, and I was blown away by how many people you had show up. There was guys from I believe Washington State and
Canada,
Florida. Yeah,
yeah,
there was a guy that drove up from
Georgia.
Florida.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
So
it was.
people want to fight for us, and it's tough. Like, put yourself in my shoes. I get 60 to 80 applications a day.
Boy,
So to go through all those, and then
that's too much.
yeah, then to look through them, find their link, check their record out, and it's not just about the record, but if a fighter is, let's say, 4-0
Yeah.
as a pro, but all four wins come by submission in the first round, what does that tell me about them as a striker? Nothing at all.
Right.
So I got,
So there's a question for you. When you're looking at you're looking at applications. What are you looking for in a fighter when it comes to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship? What do you look for?
so right now, we have hundreds of fighters that I have knowledge of, so I know what they can do and what they can't do. Um, this is why the tryouts are so important. It gives fighters the opportunity to get in front of myself and other staff members to show us their abilities, from the basics, how they carry themselves, how they interview. It gives us their photos, so we have professionally taken photos should they get selected for an event. It lets us see how they move, how they throw their punches. Just because a fighter's undefeated doesn't mean they know how to throw a proper punch.
Right.
Maybe they're a standout wrestler. Maybe they're a phenomenal grappler. That stuff doesn't matter. So it's tough to look at someone's boxing or mixed martial arts record and say, yes, this person will or won't be a good bare knuckle fighter. Perfect example, Hernandez on the last card. Hernandez took the fight on literally 21 hours notice or 24 hours
Been
notice.
there.
It was so short. He
Right.
came in, he showed up on weight, and he fought an individual who was undefeated. Now, I'm not taking anything away from Jack because Jack is tough. He was in phenomenal shape. And I couldn't imagine the mental stress of going through 6 or 7 different opponents within 3 days of fighting. I mean, he had no
Yep.
way to prep for somebody. Hernandez has an upside down boxing record. I believe he's like 2-11, and he boxes at, I think, 154, 160. He came in there, fought a much larger opponent, and came away with the victory.
Yeah. So there's always that factor.
Yeah.
There's always that factor in every sport, I think, but especially with newer sports, because you don't
Yeah.
really know their recipe hasn't been set yet. You know what I mean? It's
Well, the thing is, if I wouldn't have seen Hernandez at the tryouts, would I have called a 2-10, 2-11 professional boxer to come fight someone who
probably
was
not.
about 4 pounds larger? And the answer is probably not.
Mm-mm.
But he came to the tryouts. I was very impressed about how he moved, how he did his shadow boxing. People complimented on his power. And when he was working the heavy bag, he worked the heavy bag for 6+ minutes. And at the end, like with very little fatigue. And the
Mm-hmm.
tryouts, the fighters were there for a little over an hour doing constant workout. So
Yeah.
I knew that he had what it took to step into the squared circle. He took on a larger opponent and came out with the victory. So
Yeah,
kudos to
yeah, I
him.
remember him from the tryouts too. He was one of the
Yep.
standout guys, I thought anyway. Um, I used to match make myself, so I know how stressful it can be, especially come fight week when you guys are dropping off and whatnot. You got to deal with all that stuff, and I definitely feel your pain when it comes to trying to find somebody last second. I had a guy, Ty Alexander, who is a teammate of mine. On my last show, it would have been a year ago this month, actually. Man, he lost his fighter. He went through 3 opponents, and then the last one just didn't show up. Or no, let's see. I got I don't know, some weird excuse that bought too much weed or something. I can't remember, but like, yeah, he didn't show up. But we found him a guy, and I mean, this dude came in, had never fought before, and Ty's a trained killer. I mean, like, he's a trained killer. He's a little short guy that just like he's stacked. He's MMA all day, every day. He lives and breathes the shit. And this guy came in that had zero training, and just literally took the fight on. I talked to him that night, so less than 24 hours notice. Went and got his blood work done and got everything done that he had to get done. And we had a guy for him within. He knew that he was going to fight again 5 hours prior, so 5 hours notice basically. You know, yeah, your blood works back. Let's do it. He shows up and ready to go. This guy drops Ty with a punch. Now, right away, the kid was a pretty well built kid. You could see that he wasn't out of shape at all. You know, he came in there and he had some really quick hands. I mean, he wasn't, you know, the mechanics weren't there, but he was swinging for the fences. Man, he clipped Ty and dropped Ty. Now, Ty got up, you know, took him down, smashed him, and won the fight. But it was still like everybody's jaw dropped.
Yeah.
So you got that. You always got that factor in there, and that's. Yeah, I remember him from tryouts. He was one of the standout guys, I thought, just as far as like just having good form, hitting the bag well, and didn't get tired.
Yeah, but I'm glad he showed up at tryouts. I'm glad he stepped up last minute, took the fight, and you know, we look to have him back. But that's why tryouts are so important, because at the end of the day, that gives me the closest assessment I can get next to actually watching the person perform. But that's why I also asked, you know, Dave to start Toe the Line Fight Series, because Toe the Line now, not only am I matchmaking BKFC, but now we have this fight series where I team up with local and regional promoters, and I
tell us about that. Tell us about that. I don't know if I've read about that.
Yep. So Toe the Line Fight Series is my company that I work with local and regional fight promoters to put on bare knuckle fighting events. I am not the promoter of the show. You know, I work with a local promoter. I go in there and I assist with matchmaking. Sometimes I help find the venue. We bring in Sean Wheelock and Joe Warren for our commentators.
Yeah, I know Sean.
Yep, and we bring the production company to produce and stream the event. That's the extent of it. I can do more for them if they ask, but that's pretty much the extent.
So basically, it's kind of like the minor leagues of bare knuckle, maybe. Like
it's a local
AAA club.
So, yeah, I mean, the first show we did with Legacy Promotions, Cody did a phenomenal job as the promoter. We scrambled 3 weeks prior because the venue changed. Then we had to get a new ring. So he did a lot there. And then
there's a lot to it.
Yeah.
People don't really understand. And then you got the whole COVID thing too. So it's tough these days.
Oh yeah. The second show we did with Nelson's Promotions, that one went a lot easier because Nelson already owns his own ring and he already had the facility secured. So we came in, we matched 6 fights for that card. And, it was a sold out venue down there in Plant City, Florida. The third one's going to be with Empire Fighting Championships in Biloxi. Again, a staple promoter down there who typically does mixed martial arts, but he has a venue secured. We have a ring secured, and we'll be doing 8 or 9 bare knuckle bouts on that card. And he's already has over half the card matched. So I'm going to bring in the main event, co-main event. It's going to be a great night down there in Biloxi on a Friday night.
Man, that does sound like fun.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, let's get some shout outs out there, man. You got some respects to pay or anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. First off, thank you for having me. It's my first time on your show.
We're going to have you back.
Yeah, absolutely. I've known you for a little while now, and excited to see you out there in Kansas. Tiger Life energy drink. It's a phenomenal product. I know a lot of people that don't like energy drinks, but Tiger Life is the cleanest energy drink I've ever had. Pick one up, try it out. You can order online or probably get your convenience store if you're in the Northeast. Fusion CBD products, another one of our great sponsors we have. I just want to say thanks to them as well because they've been supporting us, BKFC, and now Toe the Line for a long time. And for everyone who wants to get a hold of me, BKFC _matchmaker is how you get a hold of me on Instagram. I
Mm-hmm.
don't really use Facebook nearly as much anymore because it seems like a lot of people are transitioning over to Instagram. But check us out. And then the app
It's an age group thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's an age group thing. We're becoming dinosaurs, so we gotta
Yeah.
like that's me. I'm so like in tune to Facebook. Like I need to. I'm trying to shift the whole social media over towards Instagram and some of the newer outlets. But sorry,
Yeah.
continue.
Oh, no, it's all good. And then you can purchase our app either at your app store. It's Bare Knuckle TV, or you can go to the website bktvapp.com and download it there and purchase it there for only $3.99 a month. Check it out. If you want to see what's about before you purchase it, there's some free content on there. Or for those that want to hop on YouTube and check out some of the highlights, by all means, follow us, subscribe on YouTube and on our other social media platforms.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah. And like Nate was just saying, like I've known these guys for a little while. I've had the pleasure of working with them. I helped out with their Kansas City tryouts. I had a great time. It was fun. Yeah, these guys are straight shooters. Are good guys. This is again. I can't stress enough that these are some of the few people that are brave and forward in this industry right now. And it's hard to find fights. I do see more and more promotions popping up online. I see people advertising about needing fighters, and that's good. That's 100% good. Because 2 months ago, it wasn't like that at all.
No.
I could tell you, I got a fight, and it was, man, it was only the prospects and the guys that sell a lot of tickets, and I being the one that sells a lot of tickets, those were the only two that were getting fights back then. So it's good to see that some of the lower level guys are getting opportunities again, man. That's it's been tough on everybody, man.
Oh yeah, well, it was so tough out there for a little while that March, April, May, and June, we weren't even able to do a no crowd show. Like we were trying just to do a small 5 or 6 bout no crowd event just to keep the fighters active. Yeah, but we went from February 15th to July 24th. I mean, that's a huge gap in downtime for a new sport. Like we're not even just a new promotion. This is an all new sport. And there's not many fighters out there in the United States that train strictly bare knuckle fighting. Mm-hmm. But we're starting to see a lot more pop up. This sport is definitely growing. And like I said, hopefully we see you out there in Kansas, and let's talk sometime and get you on a card.
For sure, I'm in. That's kind of the biggest thing, man. Like, man, this I can tell you what this time off has done for me. It has absolutely been a nightmare. Especially a guy my age, it's not easy to get back into the swing of things when like I was going pre-COVID. I was probably in one of the best fighting shape I've ever been in my life. Like the training regiment was strict. I mean, I was there and we were just smashing up. COVID hits, man, and I tell you what, it took me 3 times as long to get back into shape as it did them young guys, man. And and it's part of it. It's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. It's still fun to fight. So 10 months off, man, or see, I went from February till just here 2 weeks ago, whatever it's been, 2 weeks ago. So whatever, count the months, 9 months, something like that. That's a lot for this guy. All right. I fought every 2 months for the last 13 years almost. Yeah. Yep. So.
Cool, man. All right, let's be in touch. Thank you again for having me.
Thanks for being on, man. We'll talk to you later, Nate.
Yep, see ya.
All right, see ya. All right, guys, that's Nate. Nate Shook from Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Good dude. And we look to get a fight on there. I'd like to try it one time. I think it kind of that type of fighting conforms to my style, and my coach agrees. Anyway, I need to give my shout outs, and that's one right here behind me is Straight Edge Barbershop. These guys are top notch dudes. They cut my hair. And they've been doing it for the last 3 years. Carlos is my guy, but there are 3 guys down there. I had Carlos on here. If you guys could go back to my first ever podcast with for Digital Alchemy Productions, and it was with Carlos. Check him out; he's a good dude. I was gonna pull up a picture of my mohawk. He used to hate cutting my mohawk, but it was freaking awesome. My mohawk was so awesome, like just the awesomeness would just trailed right back down the back of my head. I hope he's watching because he hated cutting my mohawk. I hated that mohawk. He never even told me until after I grew the hair back out. See, and I still got a full head of hair, so I'm not wearing the hat to hide that. Anyway, Carlos. We're gonna go Mohawk again. Is that cool? No. Anyway, shout out to Straight Edge Barbershop. I got to get them guys props. Always, they're good people. Been supporting the community for a long time. I was with Carlos from day one. He opened up a shop in Lansing, Kansas, and then he's now resides in downtown Leavenworth. I've been getting my hair cut from him since day one. They do straight razor shaves. If you've never had a straight razor shave, man, you are missing out. Those are awesome. It's like I call it a dude's facial. So the ladies go get facials, the dudes go get straight razor shaves. So if you're going to do that and you're in the Leavenworth area, go holler at Straight Edge Barbershop and Carlos. He'll hook you up. Also, I better pull these guys up. So Access Rejuvenation is a sponsor of the show. They are hold on, I can't multitask. I don't know if anybody knows. I'm trying to get an assistant in here to be the Jamie of the Joe Rogan's Jamie to J-Dub's assistant, whatever. So yeah, an assistant in here to help me multitask because I suck at it. All right, we're still here. God, see what I mean? I suck at it. So we're gonna get this right. Bam. All right. Pow. All right. All right. Access Rejuvenation. These guys are the sponsors of the show. They are a hormone replacement therapy place. I'm going to have him on there Monday. His name is Daniel Draper. He will be on the show Monday, so he could tell you more about this stuff than I can. I know that they do testosterone replacement therapy. They do just basically all hormones. That's male and female. They go and they do scientific testing and all that stuff to make sure your levels are all where they should be. Females, they have a weight loss program there that is phenomenal. It's like the ladies that I've talked to that have done it, they have all lost weight. It's they again do the hormone testing, make sure your hormones are where they're supposed to be, make sure your thyroid's where it's supposed to be, and then they kind of give you an outline of what kind of food you want to get and any kind of help you need at all. They got coaches, everything. I'd be better off just letting Daniel explain it. If you want more information on that, you can call the number or you can tune in Monday for Daniel Draper. But other than that, man, this is J-Dub in the show here. If you want to be on the show, get a hold of me. We'll get you on there, especially small businesses. Again, we're out for those guys. Make sure you're shopping local and making sure you're rather than go to Walmart, if you can buy it here from a mom and pop business, do it because them people are struggling more than anybody knows. So peace out. Over here, pow. Oh, my hand is half. Man, I got to get that green screen fixed. All right, peace out, people. See ya.